Yo, 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 what is going on, guys? Welcome to another video here on the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to this object is the first survivor of a black hole. So honestly, I have no idea what the fuck this is going to be. I don't know how they would know if something went in a black hole and then survived the black hole. That seems like we would not even be able to know that, but apparently this video says we do, which is super interesting. So let's jump into it. Thanks again for stopping by, everybody. I appreciate all you guys. If you enjoy, please do drop a like, hit sub, and if you want to come on over to my live stream, I stream 5 days a week on Twitch. Links in the description, all that good stuff. I need to remember to try not to swear at the start of YouTube videos. But yeah, let's get into it.
Hold on right there. This isn't just another black hole video. We all know nothing can escape it. We get it already. But is it possible for something to escape a black hole? And if you fell into one, what would really happen?
Oh my
the
God.
answer is probably going to surprise you, and it's not what you think. Also, new research shows that what we thought was a black hole in the middle of the Milky Way galaxy might not even be a black hole at all. So, what is it? A tesseract full of bookshelves? Or maybe the home of Cthulhu? Or perhaps
Yo, the home of
Cthulhu,
Cthulhu? Let's go. He looks sick. The guy from Interstellar was there, dude.
It's pretty safe to say that we have no idea what a black hole is, what's going on inside, or if it's something else completely. It's not like we can directly image one, but at least we can now get images of their huge shadows in space.
Wow.
In 2019, astronomers grabbed the first ever image of a black hole, and a new polarized image shows powerful magnetic fields wrapping around a huge black hole shadow. This supermassive black hole is some 55 million light years away from us and is bigger than the entire solar system. We're going to...
Wait, a single black hole's bigger than our whole solar system? Oh my God, dude. We're so insignificant, guys. We are literally so insignificant. There's one black hole that's bigger than our whole solar system. So all the space between all the planets from here to fucking Neptune, man. That's crazy. You can't even fathom that. We are literally just fucking specks of dust in this universe.
Use this massive black hole for a simulation that involves you and a friend. But we'll get to that in a bit. You know the whole thing about nothing being able to escape a black hole? Well, is this really true? When a black hole eats up a star or a bunch of gas, they generate a powerful flow of high-energy particles close to the event horizon, the ring of fire called Hawking radiation at the edge. And if a black hole is really...
Do you know what I love about Hawking radiation? Stephen Hawking discovered this, and he basically discovered... oh no, sorry, I was thinking of Hawking evaporation. Obviously, Stephen Hawking discovered a bunch of stuff about black holes. But the evaporation specifically, a lot of his discoveries, he only made those discoveries because of his condition, to the point where he couldn't really move, he couldn't leave the house, he couldn't do a lot of shit that he would want to do, like go out drinking with his buddies and stuff like that. He was kind of forced to stay at home a lot of the time, or to stay in his wheelchair especially. And I feel like even if you're like that, if you happen to be disabled, or for me, for example, I had really bad eczema for a while, so I couldn't leave my house for like literally 2 years because my eczema was so bad. I would like try and walk and my skin would crack. It was horrible. But then I felt sorry for myself, as most humans probably do when they first experience something like that. And then I started thinking, well, if Stephen Hawking never had his condition, he never would have figured out a lot of the stuff he did figure out. For example, when he was younger and his condition started coming on, he would have probably gone out with his mates instead, and maybe would have focused less on science and more on enjoying his life. Do you know what I mean? But the reason he discovered these amazing things was because of his condition. So even if you're there and you have a disability, or in the future in your life, if you just can't leave your house or something for whatever reason, you can still do stuff with your life. You can still look stuff up and like educate yourself and change your whole real perspective on reality, I should say, to get something positive out of it. Even if you're in a really negative situation like Stephen Hawking was, he still did incredible things. He's a real big inspiration to me. If you read any of his books, which they're fucking hard to read, especially if you haven't done like a degree in physics or anything. Like so many, you have to read every chapter like 3 or 4 times to really even start to understand what's happening. But it's amazing. Anyway, I've been chatting. Let's keep the video going.
Of fire called Hawking radiation at the edge. And if a black hole is really chewing on something like a massive star, powerful X-ray jets shoot out, and the black hole becomes a quasar, the brightest objects in the universe. Who says light can't escape it?
Wait, so if a black hole eats like a big enough star, it becomes a quasar? And that's the brightest thing in the universe? I did not know that. That's really interesting.
Well, now we have another argument about nothing being able to escape a hungry black hole.
Okay.
This is because astronomers captured a neutron star in an elliptical orbit around a black hole that survived being swallowed completely. However, the dead star didn't get away from the black hole unscathed. Astronomers captured images of massive X-ray flares being belched out by the black hole as it was eating the star's material. The star is trapped on a 9-hour elliptical orbit around the black hole, and at its closest orbit, the black hole rips off more of the star's material and becomes bigger. It will try hard to get away, but there's no escape, as the black hole will
How does it even
more
get
and
away,
more
though?
until there's nothing left.
That's what I don't understand. Like, this gravity of this is so intense. So intense. How does that even get away? Like, how does it orbit out of there? Why wouldn't it just all be... I don't know. Gravity's fucking weird.
So now
man.
we all understand how powerful a black hole can be, even swallowing each other. Now you might be wondering what the closest one to Earth is, and if we're in any danger of a black hole eating us sometime soon. Just recently, scientists discovered one of the smallest black holes ever found, and it just so happens it's also the closest to Earth.
Nice.
Astronomers have named it the
Where
Unicorn, because so far it's the only one of its kind, and it's in the constellation Monoceros the Unicorn. It's about 3 times the mass of our Sun, which is...
What kind of unicorn is that, bro? I know, like, most of the stuff, like, they've got, like, the Big Dipper or, like, the Pan constellation. What kind of unicorn these guys talking about, huh? I guess, like, this is the back leg, this is the front leg, and this is the horn, I guess?
It's about 3 times the mass of our Sun, which is tiny for a black hole. And it's about 1,500 light years from Earth, which means you don't need to worry. It's not going to come and swallow us up anytime soon. That's because black holes don't usually move and sit in one place, eating up everything that gets too close to them. But that doesn't mean they can't move. And here's a scary thought. In 2021, researchers got a big surprise when they discovered a supermassive black hole racing across the universe at 177,000 kilometers per hour. The big mystery is that astronomers don't know why the black hole, which is 3 million times heavier than our Sun, is speeding through the center of the galaxy about 230 million.
Aliens, bro. Oh, gotta be aliens. Like a black hole cloaking device, dude. Oh my god. Imagine if it was like an alien colony or something. Like they just decided they want to go through space instead of sitting around one star. They're like, let's just go, bro. I mean, that sounds likely. How fast did it say it was going? It said it was going like ridiculously fast, right? 110,000 miles per hour. That's insane. That's so fast. And they said it's 3 million times as big as the mass of our Sun. 3 million times the mass of our Sun. Just really think about that for a second. 3 million. It doesn't isn't there like 1 million Earths can go into the Sun? But then 3 million of our Sun can go into this black hole that's flying through the universe at fucking 110,000 miles per hour? What is this reality we're part of? Like, literally, what is happening?
That astronomers don't know why the black hole, which is 3 million times heavier than our Sun, is speeding through the center of the galaxy about 230 million light years away. Now, that sounds crazy, and it sounds fast. But in 2017, scientists clocked another supermassive black hole, hurtling through space at 7.2 million kilometers per hour. An enormous force would have to be responsible to get these things moving through space that
How?
fast. Maybe what we are seeing is the result of two black holes colliding.
It must be, bro. Two black holes that go and then just literally flying each direction.
The massive collision sending the other flying wildly through space.
Still, that's so fast.
So now we've all learned what happens when something gets too close and is sucked into a black hole. So what happens to a person? And could you survive the trip?
You need some crazy kind of vehicle.
Now we've all heard that if you somehow get sucked into a black hole, you would be stretched out or spaghettified, maybe even crushed or, well, you get the idea.
I mean, you die before
now,
you even knew that, surely.
This might be true if the black hole was small enough. But a black hole, let's say 30 to 100 times more massive than the sun? That's where reality becomes really strange.
Yeah.
The moment you entered a black hole, reality would split you in two, or clone you. In one of these realities, you would be incinerated, and in the other, you would plunge into the black hole and fall through it without being harmed.
Yeah, but how the fuck do they know that? I feel like you can't. He's saying that with so much confidence. How do you know that? You've never sent a living being into it. How do you possibly know you would split into two, and wouldn't, as soon as you split into two, you would die immediately? Wouldn't that be what happens? So then anything after is kind of pointless because your consciousness is gone. Because I don't see how you would stay conscious in something that literally destroys stars. How could a little squishy human stay conscious through that? I feel like you would just be instantly dead and then the rest is pointless.
How is this possible, you ask? Well, a black hole is a place where the laws of physics break down. Einstein said that gravity warps space itself, causing it to curve, and space-time can become so warped that it twists in on itself. Yes, we know that's a lot for the mind to wrap around, so it's time for a thought experiment.
Nice.
In the beginning, we said we were going to run a simulation involving you and a friend. Let's say that you both signed up to go on an adventure to the nearest black hole. Okay. One of you will go in, and the other will be an observer.
I'll take you guys with me.
You flip the coin. Your friend is going to watch you in horror as you plunge toward the black hole, while they remain floating away at a safe distance. Now, this is where it gets weird.
Okay.
As you accelerate towards the event horizon, your friend sees you stretch and contort as if they were looking at you through a giant magnifying glass. But as you get closer to the horizon, you appear to move in slow motion, and as you reach the horizon, you remain there, motionless, stretched across the surface of the horizon, and the heat begins to engulf you. Your friend sees you slowly obliterated by the stretching of space and the ring of fire called Hawking radiation. Before you get a chance to cross over into the darkness of the black hole, you are reduced to ash. Game over. But don't plan your funeral just yet. We need to view this scene from your point of view, because something even stranger happens.
How could they possibly know that?
That's right. From your perspective, you would sail straight into the ominous black hole without so much as a scratch. No slow stretching and no scalding Hawking radiation either. The reason is that you are in a free-for-all, and therefore you feel no gravity. If the black hole was smaller, you'd have a problem because the force of gravity would be stronger at your feet than your head and stretch you out like spaghetti. But something way more massive than our sun, the forces would be small enough you wouldn't notice them. But the sad and lonely part about this adventure is...
Wait, how would the forces be smaller if the object is bigger? I thought the bigger it was, the more gravity it had, obviously. So with that... That's confusing. Dude, I just don't understand how he could know that. How can he say so confidently that you would just go into the black hole and not realize, like, you weren't in pain? Like, wouldn't you just die? Under that much pressure that literally... dude.
That you would live out
we
the
need to
rest of
send
your
a
life
fucking
pretty
YouTuber in there, man, with a camera.
The singularity.
Twitch live stream.
But what's wrong with your friend? And why are they telling everyone that you've been barbecued to a crisp by radiation outside of the horizon while you're chilling inside the black hole?
Chilling.
Actually, you really were burnt to a crisp at the horizon, and you are inside the black hole at the same time. This is because the laws of nature require that you remain outside the black hole as seen from your friend's perspective, and quantum physics demands that information can never...
The laws of nature? That doesn't make sense. The laws of nature demand that you, what do you say, remain outside the black hole. But we've literally seen earlier black holes devour planets, so why would a squishy human remain on the outside? That doesn't make any sense.
Remain outside the black hole as seen from your friend's perspective, and quantum physics demands that information can never be lost, and all information that accounts for your existence has to remain on the outside of the horizon.
Why? Like, that doesn't make sense. That literally doesn't make sense, because what of all of a star's existence? The star doesn't remain on the outside of the black hole. Why would a human? I feel like this doesn't add up. This one really, I feel like I really want to talk to someone who knows a lot about this, because I either feel like this guy's not explaining it well, or I've got a lot of questions that kind of pick apart what this guy's saying.
However, the laws of physics also require that you sail through the horizon without being fried by hot particles, otherwise you would be in violation of Einstein's theory of general relativity. Now, some of you are going to say, no way. And you have to admit, it's a conclusion that seems nonsensical. How can a black hole clone me, you're asking?
Exactly.
Physicists called this mind-bending conundrum the black hole information paradox. But in reality, there's no paradox, because no one ever sees your clone. Your friend only sees one of you, and you only see yourself. Neither one of you can compare notes, and no one really knows what happens. And it doesn't matter if we try.
So essentially what he just said is no one really knows what happens. Okay, so that's basically their best guess. But saying like a human's information has to stay on the outside of a black hole when a star can be completely absorbed by one doesn't make sense. Why can a star go in, but not a human? But it just doesn't really make sense.
To send someone or some spacecraft inside of a black hole to relay back some data. Once inside, there will be no way for a signal to get out, and you'd be lost forever.
I mean, you say there'll be nowhere for a signal to get out. Just let science have a few thousand years and they'll probably develop one, you know?
But what an awesome trip.
Right now, I guess there's no way.
So what about the mystery of the black hole in the middle of the Milky Way galaxy?
Okay.
For years, it was widely accepted that Sagittarius A is a black hole in the middle of the Milky Way galaxy. However, some astrophysicists from Italy now say the object, which is as big as 4 million suns, might not be a black hole after all. The reason is that a huge gas cloud came close to the black hole. The gravitational forces of Sagittarius A should have eaten the cloud, but the cloud of gas survived with an issue. Could it be the home of Cthulhu? Well, while we love to joke about this, the answer might just be as mysterious. Some scientists say that the center could be a big bundle of that incredibly elusive stuff they call dark matter, which is invisible and thought to account for 80% of the total matter in the universe, but cannot be detected because it doesn't interact with light. Now scientists have proposed that black holes themselves could be formed out of dark matter, which would explain why they can form so quickly before the galaxies around them. And one day, that might be proven to be true. We're starting to find out more every day, and tomorrow we might find out everything we thought we knew is wrong. So make sure you stay tuned here so we can discover the universe together.
True. So what I don't like and what this guy does, I love these videos, but the person who's talking on these videos talks so confidently, and a lot of scientists do this. A lot of scientists will talk like that is end all be all, they're right. Which is weird because science is literally about finding out you're wrong and changing what you thought you knew. Like, the more we know, the more we realize how wrong we were. But yet, scientists 50 years ago thought they were 100% correct. Science is really strange because it should be about constant new ideas and new ways of thinking and stuff. But it's really not, because a lot of scientists feel pressured. If they want to say something that's really unusual, they feel like a lot of their peers look down on them, and it can actually affect their jobs and stuff negatively. Whereas, like, back in the day when people started looking into science, and then religious people would literally call them heretics and kill them for bringing up stuff about science, but yet scientists kind of do it to themselves in a way. So it's really weird. So I wish he didn't speak so confidently, like he knew this shit. Like he was literally saying, oh, well, there's no way or that you would stay on the outside of a black hole. It's like, we haven't tried it, bro. You don't know. The hypothesis is this. You can think that. But I still love this sort of stuff, man. I absolutely love these videos so much. Like, I love just getting thinking and getting talking about this stuff. But anyway, I've been rambling away. If you guys got any good videos, especially space videos you want me to watch, let me know in the comments of any good ones. Please drop a like and comment if you did enjoy. If you want to come on over to the stream, I love talking about space and all that sort of stuff all the time. So please come on over. And yeah, thanks so much for chilling. Catch you in the next video, everyone. Peace easy. Catch you later.